Neighbour 2 is an official game now. They announced this 2 hours ago on their YouTube channel, and let's just say I'm gonna go over the trailer and what there is now. So the whole game started way back in the year 2019 or January 7th. Well, the Secret Neighbour website basically gave you the option to download this file, which led you right to the game. It's a download file for the game, and eventually if you done that, well, you would play a little demo of Hello Guest. What are you? Did you comment, Liam? Did you comment?
No.
No, my self-esteem's gone. But to be fair, the game does look pretty good. And then in the demo of the game you had 2 endings. The good ending is where you would reveal the weather station, and the bad ending is I'm pretty sure the protagonist, or Quentin, and the guest would have mines all around like the place that's behind it, and then let's just say he would Jamie, it's Hello Neighbour 2. I thought you wouldn't like it. I don't really seem how like you care much, but okay. And basically, stream warning, this game's only on Xbox Series X and PC. So if I were you and you're going to get a PS5, get a PC instead, because you don't want to be buying 2 consoles. That's just kind of dumb. I mean, there's no point. I mean, Xbox only gets kind of like Halo Infinite. I mean, where we both share kind of like our games, and we get Miles Morales. Whereas PC doesn't get all games, but it gets some good games at least. And then after that, they announced a new trailer, which basically kind of showed the Alpha 1 on the game. And then basically Alpha 1 actually happened, surprisingly. So Alpha 1, you got to play 2 characters, Quentin and Bellatrix. Whoever you chose doesn't affect the ending. Well, it kinda does for Bellatrix, you know. She fights more than Quentin. Basically the ending for Alpha 1 was the Man in the Hat appeared, tried to arrest them, and those Alpha 2 still hasn't came out. This technically is Alpha 2. Onya stream, this game's coming out in 2021, so we have our official release date. And basically you were in the Golden Apple amusement park in the Alpha 1. I also kind of have a theory. This game might be a whole different game. Two reasons why I kind of think this. Number one, because the fact... why did I not turn comments on? Like, why did I not turn comments on?
I was alarmed when it left the last moment, just telling to sub to this channel and so on.
So yeah. And then stream after Alpha 1, we basically got another video which came out yesterday. Spoiler alert, the video was absolutely... Well, it wasn't that good, but we should have known. It was called Ravenbrook's live feed. And what it basically showed was the town that we were in the now, it looked way different though. The neighbour's house was there, but it wasn't very clear, we couldn't really see it. I don't even know if it was there, to be honest. And it was basically, the video was everyone could control the cameras one at a time, and whatever camera you chose basically you would see. So that video was alright. It wasn't really gameplay. And then a day after, 2 hours ago, Hello Neighbour 2 was announced. So here's a little breakthrough in the trailer. Spoiler alert stream, here we go. Okay, so one of the characters we played as in Alpha 1, or we were shown as Alpha 1, is Quentin. Now, this game's set in the future, I'm pretty sure. Because he did say the sequel. And basically Quentin's ideas, he explores missing people, and one of them was, I'm pretty sure, his friend Mr. Peterson. Now basically in the trailer it has a simming poster, or missing in this. Quentin grabs his binoculars and looks out, whereas the guest is locking up doors in his house in his crow suit. Quentin looks, sees the guest to different parts of the house.
I'm back.
The guest has keys, and basically also in the trailer, you go into the house, you jump through a window that's broken, and there's new mechanics, like you actually show your hands and feet when you go in.
Last thing I wanted to show you guys, because you guys are still on here, really wanted to show you this Mad Hardy. Let me show you this jacket right here. I ordered it off eBay.
I'm pretty sure another thing you can do is see where the neighbour is through this, I don't know what it's called, like this camera thing. But basically your whole objective in this game is, I'm pretty sure, it's an attic this time, and not the basement. Basically you get Quentin gets the yellow key, and the neighbour actually sees the camera, grabs it, he's going in the room, and then basically your objective is to try get in the attic. So you can also hide and stuff this time, and the neighbour won't notice you. So yeah, the guest does see you. In the trailer you can also hit him with a lamp. Basically you can lock a door, like a metal door. The neighbour can grab stuff and also break through the doors with new items such as a drilling machine, I'm pretty sure. And at the end of the trailer, where you're locked in the room, Quentin grabs kind of like this crowbar thing or whatever, pulls the two things that are boarding off the windows or the wood, jumps out the window. We've also got new mechanics for falling out. You drop your items at the same time. We also see the guest jumping out. Your character runs and it's kind of like a snow or an earthquake something. The guest can drag you now, and then the trailer ends with Hello Neighbour 2 2021. Now this next part I'm going to go over is all the new mechanics. Other stuff I'm going to be going on in this video is new mechanics, the return of Ravenbrooks, and another disappearing character that's in this game, and the ending to the actual demo that you can play. Right, so we'll get into the new mechanics. First new mechanic is the neighbour drags you, and honestly, when you get caught, you don't actually spawn back at your house or wherever you go. The neighbour will throw you out a window instead. But the windows on, they're broken, and if you're you can also escape the neighbour from getting you now by throwing items near about you or you have in your inventory. So you can escape the neighbour, and the neighbour can throw you out a window now. New mechanics also include swimming, dropping items from above, and you can also swing, and yeah. Next thing is the return of Raven Brooks. Now, Raven Brooks looks nothing like it does in this next game, or should I call it Hello Neighbour 2? Raven Brooks looks like... I don't know, it looks different. Nicky's house is gone, or at least we think, because they didn't show that in the trailer. We couldn't see it. Nothing that's missing is half of the neighbour's house. Now, his house is kind of like Act 1, although it's less colour and it's fun, technically. And you can and honestly, it has the same layout as Act 1, yeah. Right, the next thing we're going to be going on about is graphics now. Basically, the graphics in this game don't look too bad. I mean, I think in this game they have a dynamic, yeah, they do. They have a dynamic weather change. So that means like you don't need to die to get the next weather. It will change at any time. When you're at the house, obviously, or... And honestly, it looks pretty nice. Next thing is... What do you think Nicky Roth is? That's my theory. Okay, I get that Hello Neighbour Hide and Seek has nothing to do with this game, but Hello Neighbour was a sequel that only comes out 4 years before the next game. We still don't know what happened to Nicky. Did he move in? Did he move out? Is Aaron still alive? We don't know. None of this is explained. And I don't think it will be for a while. Has Nicky moved out? Okay, has Nicky moved out? Is he... We don't know. And the last thing that I might go over is the ending. The ending in this game is bloody weird. So the ending actually wants you to go into the attic of the neighbour's house, which is up top. I'm pretty sure this is the attic here of the neighbour's house. So yeah, and then once you get into the attic, I don't know what you need to do, but suddenly like snow blizzard happens, and then a little twist happens. While you're away, I don't know what happens, but in the trailer at the end, after the neighbour drags Quentin back into his house or something, the neighbour's shown and he's burned the guest suit, and he looks... Now I have two theories for this. The guest and the neighbour are two completely different people. The guest threw the person in the guest suit out and then burned the suit. Another theory is, while this was going on when you were in the attic, and the trailer was showing that happens at the same time as the neighbour burns the suit, because at the end, you try to get outside, but the problem is, the neighbour's back. The neighbour's back. Also, the neighbour can pick up items, I'm pretty sure. And also, if you've picked up an item and you have it, you can throw it at the neighbour and try escape from whatever he's doing, but you can also pick up items near you, throw them at the neighbour, continue what you're doing, get a key, you know, escape from his house. Oh, another thing that will help lots of players, you can climb on the neighbour's roof without any boxes. There's a generator and you need to, I don't know, you need to swing into the attic, I guess you could say. No, 3 hours. But I'm still confused, is this game the same game? Right guys, I'm going to end the video here. That was basically me